Hello guys, just going to do a quick audio test before we start the stream. Hello guys, welcome to Paderborn Lippstadt Airport here in Germany. Today the plan is to be taking a good few, we're going to be taking some equipment pallets down to Echo Tango Hotel Bravo, and we're going to be taking some printed magazines down to Echo Delta Hotel Alpha, both airports in Germany today. So it's going to be about a little 43-minute flight and then about a 35-40 minute flight. So just two shorter flights here in the TBM, just direct routings all the way. And I'm looking forward to getting into it. We're in a very evening set Germany here. Obviously 6:30 my local time, 7:30 the local time in Germany right now. So it is quite starting to get sunset. It'll probably be dark by the time we finish our stream today. And then, by the way, just one important thing to note, this is a different OnAir company save to the one I did in the stream last week. Now, what happened was, I progressed my OnAir company save, and then I managed to save up enough to rent an A320, and I realised that there weren't many jobs for the A320, and also, the fly-by-wire A320neo is only on version 0.2 at the moment, and the flight model still feels awful on joystick, and it just generally doesn't feel very good, the plane. There's a lot of things missing. It still doesn't have proper top of descent or top of climb. Just things like that I want fixed before I start using. And of course, yeah, OnAir company, its economy system just doesn't seem to really match up with larger planes. A lot of it is smaller jobs. So I think we might get a business jet. That's kind of perfect, a business jet, because we can still be quite quick, but it's slightly different, slightly smaller, and also I bought the A320 a bit too soon as well, and I made some mistakes with where my AI pilots were based as well. I based one of them at the Isle of Man, which was a bit of a mistake because there weren't many jobs. So in the end, I just decided it would be best, now I know how this program works, to restart. I've managed now as well. I've got an AI devoted to just doing the missions, so I'm able to level up a lot quicker and get skill points a lot quicker. So hopefully on Friday we'll be able to take an air ambulance mission on Friday evening stream. However, there is a few conditions. I have to be able to do, there's 2 flights I have to do as part of the level 5 mission that an AI can't do. Now, I might not get time between now and Friday to do that, because I'm busy tomorrow evening, so I might not have any time. And also, it depends on what airport you're at. There's either lots of air ambulance jobs or almost none. And they rely on time as well. Obviously, being an air ambulance job, they might pop up 15 days in advance, but you have to wait for the surgeon to get to the airport. You have to wait for, whatever organ you're transporting to be ready, that kind of thing. So, but they pay very well, and I think it's kind of quite nice. We're doing sort of, in a way, helping community virtually, as an air ambulance service. So I think that's quite cool. But anyway, let's get into what we're here today to do, which is a little bit of flying around Germany. So yeah, first of all, first port of call is Echo Tango Hotel Bravo, and then on to Echo Delta Hotel Alpha. Both just little, I think one's an army base, and the other one is just a little airfield, so pretty nice. But we'll go ahead and turn on all the lights and everything in this lovely TBM930. Obviously, it will be dark as well later on. Just set the QNH and make sure everything is all good. in the plane, set the bleed to auto, make sure the nav source is on FMS, and your damper can come on, get nav set up, altitude set up. The first flight, I suspect about 6,000 on the cruise altitude, maybe 7,000, something like that. Just getting it all set up and ready to go, because it's the bit I always forget and then mess up later. So it's good to get set up, get the flaps set for takeoff, and then we'll go ahead and start messing around with everything. So PFD settings, we want to get the wind turned on to option 3, and that can just go back there. Now we should see the wind on our PFD. Great. And now we head into here. So we're going to head to flight plan and our origin, which is actually, it reminds me, we need to click confirm and go fly now, so we can load our cargo on board here in Paderborn. ETHP is off, no, ETHB, Buckerberg Army Base, 43 miles from here. That's our first port of call today. So from EDLP, we're not getting paid a massive amount for this job. It was just the only sort of job that fit what I was doing in the stream. So I went with it down to ETHB. There you go, Buckerberg Army. Enter that in, and you can see there, 43 miles, perfect. And this can just go onto that page now. So we'll go on this page so I can manage the settings, but probably won't need that other thing. Okay, and that's going to flight plan. Make sure this is in, 15-mile range roughly. Get the lights on for engine start. And we're just waiting on the cargo. It's got 0.1 minutes left. So we just need to wait for that to finish. There we go. Now we can depart. So we're going to just go ahead and bring up our little ATC thing here and request IFR for the instrument flight plan. And we'll start flight tracking as well. So go $5,000 initial climb. I think we'll be cruising higher than that. However, a 43-minute flight, I think we're going to stick with 7,000 for now. It's very nice in here, actually, this cockpit. Last time I flew with this plane in the dark, I didn't realise it had an indoor light, so I can use that now. I'm going to use that and turn off the panel lighting entirely, because it lights it up enough. I think we only need one light, in fact. It's quite a large light. So we'll just have that panel light going, and that should be enough for us today. I was trying to do that. It doesn't give you much time, actually, to acknowledge. It gives you enough, I guess. I mean, I was a bit delayed in doing it, but still. I hope everyone's enjoying the stream, by the way, entirely. One light, in fact, it's quite a lot. There you go, we're now ready for taxi. Actually, so what we're going to do is literally taxi straight ahead, because that's where the taxiway is. And yeah, we can just, so Paderborn is where I left off after doing a few flights over in Germany. After our last stream, I decided to spawn my plane in the same place as we left off last time. After doing my flights, I just reset my company. So without further ado then, let's go ahead and turn on the engine start. Actually, fuel tank needs to go into auto, and AP trim needs to go on. And there you go, there goes the engine, and we'll introduce some fuel as well. We'll let that start up. There we go, and there you go, bring it into the taxi position, and we'll let that happen. We can turn on the pitot heats now, and we can get our auxiliary boost pump into auto, and then once everything's all fired up, we should just see park brake as the only warning there. There it is, perfect. So we can now request taxi.
Paderborn ground, Dare Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha with Quebec ready to taxi.
I forgot to enter in a call sign or anything, so that's just our call sign today.
X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha taxi to and hold short of runway 24 via taxiway Alpha. Contact tower on 1.
Get heading set to runway heading.
Taxiing hold short runway 24.
And there we go. So we'll go ahead and take off the parking brake, and away we go. Straight ahead. I'm not sure whether the taxiway arrows will even spawn in. No, it doesn't look like it. They're kind of rubbish, those taxiway arrows. In fact, I actually turned them off. I think that's why they're not showing up. I turned them off because they're totally useless. But they're no good. Yeah, I turned them off because they are no good. I know where runway 324 is anyway, so we're alright. So we're going to taxi straight ahead onto this taxiway here, and then all the way down to the bottom. Well, not quite the bottom. This thing won't need all that room. Get the taxi lights turned on now as well. And away we go. Come on. Our plane's not moving. I forgot you need to give it a lot of power to get this thing moving. Then after that, you're all good. And we are going to go through that. Doesn't really matter. But there we go. Away we go then. I hope everyone enjoys this stream, by the way. Just be an hour of this stream, probably about an hour. Just short flight, little, and then another just short flight. I think the first one's about 40 miles, 43 miles, and the second one's about 39 miles, something like that. Obviously, this plane's quite speedy. You know, has a cruising speed of 220 knots indicated airspeed, so it doesn't hang about. It's a pretty decent plane now. Can we take off from there? I don't think we can. Actually, I think we could have. We could have gone off there. We'll go to the end now anyway. I think we could have got away with going one bit early, but you know, never mind. Rolling along the taxiway. Yeah, Paderborn's a nice airport, really. Yeah, obviously the next two airports we're flying to are quite small in comparison to this one. It's gonna be runway 26. It'll probably be in the next airport, I suspect. 6,000 feet runway apparently. And the airport's at an elevation of 230 feet. So a lot of these airports in Germany are quite high up, like 1,000 feet almost. But Paderborn's about 700 feet, and then looks like the next airport's even lower than that. Just regular then. But we'll go ahead and taxi on to the runway, and we'll tune Paderborn Tower. And now I discovered you have to stop to get the requested off clearance to show up. It wasn't a bug that it wasn't show up until I got onto the runway. It was me not going. You meant in FSX you don't have to stop basically. But you do in this game. There's nothing approaching, so we'll be able to take off straight away. Even when stuff is on the runway, I've never ever been denied takeoff instantly. There you go, proving my point. And as we enter the runway, we want to turn on our landing lights.
Cleared for takeoff runway 24 Dair Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra.
And we'll start the clock on my yoke, and power set for takeoff, and away we go. Flaps are set, yep. Everything's good then. Plane isn't really pulling much on takeoff. I'm just a bit sensitive with the rudder. And there's rotate. Gear up. 70% throttle and gain a little bit of airspeed. Flaps in and then autopilot in, and then we'll start turning around to the right. Bit of a steep turn. Check we're on 70% throttle, not quite, so I'll just adjust that down nicely. And then up in the air we go. There you go, that's our takeoff from Paderborn. It looks absolutely beautiful. It's one of the first times I've really flown, it's only the second time I've flown this sim at this time of day, so it looks absolutely beautiful on high-end settings as well. While streaming, it's an absolute beast of a PC, this one. It runs really well. You know, it has a 2060 Super in it. No, sorry, just a regular 2060. Just a regular 2060 in it, so it's pretty decent. And obviously the processor's a massive upgrade on the last one. That's the main bit of the upgrade, the processor. And he said that this flight's going to take us probably about 10 minutes. It should take, so it's not going to be a long stream, this one. Really, you can see there it says 12 minutes, and by the time our speed picks up to about 210 knots ish. By the way, just ignore where it says maintain present and heading and altitude. I've said that before, but I'll say it again. It's not true when it says that, but we've been given a visual, so I'm happy with that. If we get given an ILS, I always change it because there's no point going for a bit of a crazy ILS approach. Now looking at the timings on there, I think 7,000 should be good. I like to basically, what our ETA is at this point. If it's, say it's 11 minutes, I'll often say, well, the max is 11,000 feet, because this thing descends at about, you know, between 1,000 and 2,000 feet per minute, so generally it's okay. So our maximum altitude will probably be 10,000 on this flight, roughly, and then I think, oh, what's a little bit under that, and then obviously about 7,000 will probably be good. If the game does want us to cruise at 5,000, obviously they've only told us to climb that high at the moment, but it might not necessarily. It's also some very thick cloud now, actually. It's lovely. Look at this. Just look at this. I'm taking a screenshot of that. That's, you know, I was thinking, you know, because I'm actually going to be going back to FSX on Saturday to do a long flight on that sim. I'm not going to be streaming it, but I'm going to be doing a flight from Gatwick to Dubai on that sim, and I couldn't do it on this sim because the 787 in the sim is rubbish. I'm not going to climb to 9,000, I'm just going to stick with 7,000, but basically, like, you know, the 787 in this game is quite rubbish, so I have to go back to FSX. But the one bonus of this game, it just looks so pretty. It's absolutely amazing. So we're going to be descending in probably about 5 minutes from the airport, 6 minutes from the airport, so by the time we get up to 7,000 it should be pretty perfect. I'm just going to tone down our rate of climb a little bit to allow us to gain up to about 220 knots now, because it looks like we'll easily make our cruising altitude thing. Temperature outside currently 11 degrees, so we're not going to need anti-ice, which is good, because I think we are in clouds right now. I believe it looks like we are anyway. FPS isn't the greatest at Sunter. I'm getting 35-ish, 40. Actually, no, never mind. It has picked up again. I was getting about 30 when I took off, but I'm getting 45 now. It's fine, same as what I always get, about 45, 40, which is very decent considering I'm streaming. Obviously, that takes away right now. Streaming is taking away 12% of my processor performance. So obviously, that's 12% of my processor that can't be used towards the game. So it does make a difference. definitely does make a difference, but it's good, very good. Anyway, there you go, we've now reached 7,000 feet, so I'm going to go ahead and tone back on the throttle to about 63% now. I'm just going to let this thing level off, and we're 7 minutes from our airport, our next airport. We're going to be using runway 26, we're currently on heading of 017, so it's pretty much going to be a full turn almost round to the runway. So we'll have to see where the runway is on our little GPS map here once we get close enough. Obviously, we're not really close enough to it yet to tell. Quite a small airport. I think it's got a rating of 2 stars out of 5 on the size, but the size in OnAir company is totally off. The size of airports like Boscombe Down Airfield is a 5-star airfield, and Cardiff, Liverpool, a size 3, so it just doesn't make any sense. Their logic, because Boscombe Down is not that big, you know, it's not even a commercial airfield, so their logic makes no sense. But you know, I kind of just ignore it really. The size of the airport is good for what jobs you get, but it's not relevant to anything else. So yeah, about 5.5 minutes out, I'm going to start descending. We've only been going for 6 minutes, so you can see it's a very, very short flight, this one. As are pretty much all of them. Look at that, though. Just look at that. It looks so nice, doesn't it? Like, it just looks mad. You know, it looks like this should be real life. It's insane. You know what if we use some of the specialty cameras to get a good shot? What about that? And there we go. For some reason, the game's decided to get those other cameras in the way. But oh well. Right, there you go. 5 minutes to go. Let's start descending now. Airport altitude 2,200 plus 200. So we want to descend to 2,200. The airport altitude is 200, by the way. I said it wrong. So 2,300 we're going to descend to, because it's actually 230 feet. So it's better to be slightly too high. But it doesn't, you know. Excuse the dog barking in the background if you can hear it. Probably postman or something. Anyway, right, back to about 55% throttle. 50, anything like that. For our descent. 4.5 minutes now until we get to our airport. So not very far at all. There's another AI plane, look. Yeah, excuse the dog barking. Funny things. But yeah, it's very nice, you know. I mean, I think it's quite cloudy, really. Foggy almost, I'd describe this as, because I mean, maybe it's the light, but you can't exactly see that it's cloudy. Although, there's the AI, look. There's the AI that we saw on our map. That's cool. I've got my navs and strobes on, so I have got my lights on outside. Actually, Actually, I think we should have our cabin light on. What do you think? I think we should turn on the cabin light. Actually, no, we shouldn't, because we haven't got any passengers on board. I was like, oh, for the passengers, and I was like, oh, there's no passengers. Because we're dropping off some equipment pallets here at ETHB, and then we're taking the printed magazines over to EDHA. That's the plan for today. So it's £68 of equipment pallets and £689 of printed magazines. That's what we're taking today. Right, we're only 15 miles away from the airport now, so I'll make an effort to start descending a little bit more, I think. I think 1,000 foot per minute should be absolutely fine, as long as this thing sticks to it. It was doing 800 feet per minute a minute ago. And we should start to see the airport on our... There you go, there's the airport, look, I think, on our GPS. I can't quite see how the runways are yet, but we're going to synchronise to current heading and then go into heading mode to make sure. They'll keep telling us to climb, just ignore it. It's all nonsense.
Dare Golf Sierra Alpha contact Bremen Center on 125.1. 125.1 for Dare Golf Sierra Alpha. Bremen Center Dare Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha is climbing through 5,000 feet for 9,000 feet.
There we go. Right, slight new altimeter, there we go. Set that. And yeah, we should see it. There's our airfield, look. That's runway 08. We're going to 26. It's kind of how it is. The winds, I don't know what the winds are exactly, but, you know, if the game's saying 26, 26 is the one in use. So runway 26 will probably be the one that's, like, the furthest away from us, unfortunately. You can see there on the map, look. So runway 26 is going to be the one that's sort of quite far away from us. We're going to set heading now of about 035, something like that, and then we're going to basically fly a little traffic pattern and then heading in. So we're just going to do a nice 800 foot per minute descent now. We should come out of the clouds at some point. We're already at 4,000 feet now, so I'd expect it quite soon. You can see there we're just heading along the airfield now, and there's our runway there, look, 26. You can see on the compass roughly where west is, that's 27. So 26 is just there, look, where the mouse cursor is, so that's fine. They're trying to get us to descend. Oh, bit of lag there as we drop below the clouds. Obviously it's loading in all the scenery. Look at that though, just look at that. I'm sorry, but you cannot complain about how this game looks. Just look at that. Look at it. It's absolutely amazing. Hello in the chat. Hope you are enjoying the stream. But this game is a masterpiece in terms of its looks. Absolute masterpiece. Look at it. It's so much better than FSX. Honestly, on high-end settings, it looks absolutely beautiful. So, you know, absolutely wonderful. Anyway, enough of that. We're here to be flying, aren't we? In fact, I don't see the airport on. Stop moaning, ATC. I don't actually see the airport anymore. It's like I've lost it. Was I looking at the wrong? I was thinking I was looking at EDVR. You know, I'm pretty sure I was looking at EDVR. Look at it though. It looks so nice. It's the first time I've done proper night flying. Like it was just going dark last time I flew. 2,200 feet. But it's so amazing. It does look really cool. We're only we're only 2 miles away. Oh, there it is. Okay. I thought it was a little bit further than that. Okay, autopilot out then, and power back. Runway's in sight, and we're going to start turning to the left now. And gear down, flaps, and that'll basically just drop all our airspeed out from everything. Logic Pro's clearance.
Heading 315. Tower on 122.1 Dare Golf Sierra Alpha. Speedbird 851, you are 20,000 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain 10.
This thing does have a tower there, and we'll contact them.
Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha 3 miles east inbound vision.
And then we're just turning basically until we're heading 260 roughly. Oh, there we go. There's our runway. Look at it. Like, this is the first time I've done proper night flying. I got to, you know, I mean, when we took off from Paderborn, it was mostly sunset, but you know, now it has gone fully dark, and it's so nice. As I said, I took a few screenshots, and
Cleared to land
they look
runway
amazing,
26
doesn't it?
Golf,
This
Sierra
honestly,
Alpha.
this sim does not, you know, it never stops amazing me with its quality scenery. You know, obviously the planes don't back up the quality, unfortunately. I mean, the TBM and a lot of the GA planes are absolutely lovely. I love this TBM.
At 12 knots.
You know, there's nothing really in the TBM that is inop. You know, the GPS all works. All of the bleeds work. The pitot heats. You know, everything. You know, the starting procedure, the crash bar, all the lights. You know, literally everything. But in the airliners, you know, the 787 I'm particularly cross about because I spent an extra £50 so I could get that. And the 787 only has one FMC that works. It doesn't have seatbelt signs, it doesn't have hydraulics, it doesn't have bleeds. It doesn't have a proper APU simulation. The flight model's terrible, it's badly optimised. I can just go on and on, unfortunately. Now, I don't know exactly where our taxiway is, it's not lit up. In fact, I'm not even sure if this thing has taxiways. Does this place have taxiways? Nope, this thing doesn't have taxiways, so I'm pretty sure we're just gonna... I think we're just gonna vacate, yeah, because there's no proper taxiways off the runway, or at least they're not lit anyway. Oh, never mind, I think there are a few taxiways. Oh, there are, they're just not lit. That's a bit stupid. How can I know where I'm going if the taxiways aren't lit? I can see them on my GPS, actually. I should have done that.
Ground Dare Alpha Sierra X-ray.
Now, without the taxiway ribbon, I won't actually know where they want me to park, so maybe I shouldn't have done that. Right, flaps in. Stop the clock as well. 14 minutes flight time.
Parking via taxiway, Charlie.
So back onto the runway, and then turn down the taxiway that I can't actually see, even though I'll turn on the taxi lights now. And then off go those lights, because otherwise the game gets cross about it. OnAir gets cut cross about it now. I don't exactly know where we're going to have to park. Oh, here it is, here it is, here it is. Oh, wow, I was going way too quickly, and I blew right past. Yeah, obviously I was going to say, actually, we might not know where to park, but we will, luckily. Now, the plan with this basically just go max power to help turn quickly, and then idle it. Yeah, that's pretty good parking. It's alright parking. It's the same as the AI, so it's acceptable. But there we go. That is us parked up then. And we'll get this into low idle. And we'll turn off the pitot heats.
Oral warning, okay.
And we'll turn off the landing lights and everything like that. And get rid of the auxiliary boost pump. And we can cut the engine.
End of flight.
There we go.
Registered in OnAir company.
I'm going to click, basically what we want to do now is basically just turn off the electric power, and that resets the flight. And then how was that a day landing? I'm positive this is broken, like it's like it refuses to say I've ever done a night landing. Like that was obviously nighttime, wasn't it? Like it was pitch black. So anyone that says that wasn't nighttime is totally wrong. I can't see anything in here. There you go, battery turned on. It's quite difficult to see with that, isn't it? Because that basically just resets the flight so we can request a takeoff clearance again later. That's basically all that does. Unfortunately, it's the only way of filing multiple flight plans in a game, which drives me nuts. It's one thing that I hate about this sim. Same thing that you can't load in flight plans mid-flight more than once, which again drives me a bit nuts. It's just little things that were in FSX, or the ability to right-click and then go into whatever camera you want.
System test, okay.
What annoys me is it was stuff in FSX, so, you know, it should be in this game, but that's not the case. But anyway, let's prepare our next flight now, down to EDHA. We don't need fueling up, so we're all good. So we're all good to go. Just go and click confirm. And then entering our destination. Obviously, no cargo is needing to be loaded on this flight because it's just the cargo that we took over from Paderborn. Going down to Aalhorn now, 48 miles. I thought it was more like 35 miles, but there we go. 48 miles, so about the same length as the last flight we just did, 4 miles longer. We'll go ahead and get it set up. So everything, of course, as I said, is all already loaded. We'll go ahead and get the nav and strobe lights on, ready for engine start. Because that's how it likes it. And we'll get the altitude set to about 7,000 again. We'll probably cruise. And vertical speed set in there, and we can go ahead and start tracking the flight. So I'll bring this up. What we want to do now, what? Enable ignoring weather at this airport. Why would I want to do that? That's a bit confusing. Right, and we want to remove waypoint, and then we want to put in our flight plan. So we're going from ETHB, Buckerberg Army, down to ED. I think ET is like the air bases, and then ED is just the regular airport. So EDHA, Alhorn. Enter that in, 48 miles, perfect, and request IFR.
Tower Dayer Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha IFR to Echo Delta Hotel Alpha, ready to copy. Dayer Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha is cleared to...
Okay, they want us at 8,000 on this flight. I'm happy to cruise at 8,000, so that's fine, that's where we'll cruise today.
Departure frequency is 125.1 squawk 4361. Dayer Alpha Sierra
We'll get flaps set to take off.
Sierra Alpha cleared to Echo Delta Hotel Alpha Airport as filed.
Make sure trim is set to neutral / takeoff. Perfect, fine. Happy with that. That's what I mean, look, everything works in this plane. Even that, look, open mic mask guard, circuit breaker light, de-icing. You know, I don't know why they haven't put the same attention to detail in the airliners. I think it's a real shame. Look, even like ELT, oxygen, lights, it all works. So it really disappoints me. Can I open the doors? I don't think you can open the doors in this game. Which again, a bit annoying, but you know, it's just kind of mad that I don't know, the airliners are just poorly done in comparison. But oh well, I'll live with that. We want to turn on taxi lights as well. I'm basically just going to go ahead and turn on the starter. Wait for the engine to start firing up. There it is. And introduce fuel. And now we can go ahead and bring it up to regular power. And we'll let it just sit there with that and get set up. And we can get the pitot heats on. And we will turn the auxiliary boost pump to auto. And we just need to wait for the engine to fully start now. And we'll request taxi.
Ground Dayer Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha, ready to taxi IFR. Dayer Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha, taxi to and hold short of runway 26 via taxiway Charlie Bravo Delta Alpha.
I don't exactly know how we're going to do this. I think we can just take off runway 26 from where we were last time. It's quite a long runway, so I think we should be alright.
Taxiing hold short runway.
You know, I need to turn on the taxiway ribbon again, don't I? I turned it off because it was being a pain, but I think I need to turn it back on. Because you can't tell, because I haven't got charts running or anything. There aren't even charts for these airports, honestly. Half of these small airports aren't recognised by Navigraph charts or SimBrief or anything. Because they're just small little airfields, a lot of them. So, I wouldn't even be able to get a ground chart even if I tried. But we're going to taxi along here for now, I think. Oh dear, I've gone the wrong way. I've ended up around the parking area. Yeah, once you power up, this thing, like, turns so quickly, it's mad. Oh dear. I've accidentally gone onto the grass. I honestly cannot see anything when it's this dark. I've got the taxi light turned on as well. I've got all the lights turned on and I still can't see anything. Hang on, I'm on the runway now. What on earth? I'll turn the landing lights on. Is that any better? I don't know. I'm good anyway. We're going to basically just turn around here, look. And we should be good. I'll have a look at the runway to make sure that we will fit. Obviously, I don't want to have a mishap with that, do I? But it's a 6,000 foot runway. This thing, yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like much, but this thing can this thing can take off, take in and out of Saba and St. Bart's, which are like the crazy short airports. And this thing can manage it, so there's no issue with runway length with this plane. Right, everything's ready to go then.
Cleared for takeoff,
Clear for takeoff, and away
X-ray Golf, Sierra
we
Alpha.
go. And start the clock as well. And V1. Rotate. See what I mean? Look. Way before the end of the runway still. Positive rate. Gear up. And there's not much of a turn now after takeoff, so we can just go straight into autopilot. And flaps up. Throttle back to 70%. And why is nav not active? It is now. Never mind. I don't know why. I definitely turned on nav. And now we're going to start turning towards that. Great. And yeah, it's about 47 miles from here now.
125.1 day or golf.
So pretty
Sierra
good.
Alpha.
Overall. So it's going to be quite a short stream this, really. Just a few little fun flights, really. Because why not, you know? It's quite nice. So somehow the game doesn't think I landed at night time, which I think is quite funny, but, you know, that's what the game thinks, I guess. Obviously I didn't. I mean, obviously I landed at night time, but oh well. Right, tune Bremen Centre and contact them now.
Center Daewoo Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Alpha is climbing through 1,700 feet for 8,000 feet. Daewoo Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Alpha Bremen Center continue as planned.
There we go. On we go.
0.06.
Set altimeter.
Daewoo Golf Sierra Alpha, you are 46 miles southeast.
There we go.
Maintain present
And runway
heading
27 we're going to get, so it's not going to be a massive turn then, that's good.
approach.
Not going to be a gigantic turn from where we are right now.
Maintain present heading.
And it's a runway of 7,000 foot, so it's quite a long runway. Airport's at an altitude of 150 feet. So, and it doesn't look like, even though it's very cloudy on our way down here from Paderborn, above 3,000 feet we got coated in cloud. I don't actually see I don't see much in the way of cloud right now, so I think we might be able to see, you know, see the whirls down here. It's so amazing. And this is on high. Like, it goes up to ultra. That's what I can't believe. It's mad. I mean, I've got a pretty good PC, but you can get better, is my point, you know? It's just mad. Obviously, I've now got a 2060 and an AMD Ryzen 7. This is my streaming PC. If you guys want to know what my specs are, just go to the About page of my YouTube channel, and my specs for both PCs I have are listed there. One for recording with the joystick, and one for streaming and the yoke and all that. So that's that. Actually, I think there is a bit of cloud. I think it's not really cloud. It's like fog, almost. Although I can still see it down there, actually, so it's not too bad. It looks so nice, though. So it's the first proper time I've been flying at night in this game, and I'm massively impressed. Look at that. It's so nice. So nice. Right, 40 miles, about 11 minutes that should take us. Okay, great, that's fine. About the same length as the last flight, really. Also, actually, I was just thinking, I don't think we will actually be able to do the air ambulance hopping, because I just remembered as well, just now. I will check this, but I believe the level 5 mission only gives us 4,000 XP. So even once I complete that, I will need to get a little bit more XP before I can get to level 6. So we won't be doing air ambulance flying on Friday. I think we'll do the missions. I think we'll do the level 5 missions on Friday. Because I've hired a freelance pilot to fly over to Napoli tomorrow morning. This plane that I'm flying right now. So we'll do those two flights. I think there's a 300 miler and a 100 miler, so it might be a bit of a longer stream. But I think it should be pretty good. I think it's that. Anyway, I'll check now. It is 310 miles and 110 miles. So it's quite long. It goes from Napoli to Verona to Innsbruck. So we get to fly into Innsbruck as well. So I think we'll do that on Friday evening. It'll probably take most of the evening, but that should be pretty good. Or maybe we'll do it in 2 separate streams, I don't know. We might do that instead. Because I can stream Sunday morning, so maybe I'll stream it Sunday morning and I'll stream one leg Friday. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So that's pretty good then. My AI is covering the other 6 legs. I'm just doing the last 2 because you can't get an AI to fly those. So that's pretty good. Right, we're up to 8,000 now. I'm not going to be cruising at 14,000. These flights are too long. These flights are not long enough for that. In fact, they're already telling me to descend. So.
Descend and maintain 2,000.
I don't think it's quite time to descend yet. I'm going to leave it until 7.5 minutes, roughly. So we'll go back to 63% on the power, and then I'll start descending at about 7.5 minutes, 7 minutes away from the airport. Remember though, we are pretty much proceeding direct into the airport. We're on a heading of 314 right now, and the runway is 269 is the runway heading. So it won't be too much of a turn, hopefully, to get to our runway. Now we are in the middle of the clouds, however it's 6 degrees outside, so no need for anti-ice. Anti-ice is still broken in this game. The body anti-ice doesn't clear, even on this TBM. So the amount of bugs in this game I do think is kind of crazy as well. I mean, like, I can't believe the developers didn't spot a bug where when you plugged in the USB the game crashed. Now obviously they have fixed that in the latest patch, but still. Right, vertical speed, and we're going to go ahead and set the new 2,200 feet in here. And I'm going to start descending, so about 1,000 foot per minute. I'm already descending! I knew they'd do that. Just as we start descending, they'd be like, start descending already! Anyway, never mind. So there's now 6.5 minutes, so that's perfect for about 1,200 foot per minute. It's what I like to do in this plane. Actually, I like to do 1,000 foot per minute, because remember, our ETE that's displayed there is for our current speed. So even though we're doing 225, 230 knots now, on final approach, we'll be doing 100 knots, so it all evens out, if you like. I wonder if the game will count this one as a night landing now, because it's been a bit longer, obviously. I mean, it must do, right? Surely. Surely. And there we go. Whoa, that was cool. As we transitioned out the clouds, look at this. Oh, this game is magnificent, isn't it? You know, I mean, there's still cloud below, but just look at that sky up there. So pink and so amazing. It's mad. Honestly, it makes you wonder, is this a game or is it real life? It's just mad. I mean, I took a screenshot from the video where I went from Liverpool to Amsterdam with the missed approach. I recommend you guys check that out if you have the time. It's quite a long video. Just skip to the missed approach. That's the best part. But yeah, I took a screenshot in the window of the A320neo, and it just looks almost like real life. And that was on medium settings. My other PC runs on medium settings. This one can run on high, so this one's a little bit better. But it's absolutely insane. It's just crazy. I'm passing 6,000 feet now. Can't see the airport yet. We're 20 miles away from it, so we're pretty good, really. I mean, we should break through the clouds in the next 2,000 feet or so. Oh, so we already broke through a little patch of cloud once, and that looks super cool. Looks absolutely amazing. But, I mean, you can't really tell we're inside cloud right now, honestly. It's just very dark and very gloomy, really. Quite foggy, really. And if we had it on Ultra, we'll be able to see the reflection of our screens in the window. Now, because it's not on Ultra, we can only see it a little bit. So you can see it in part there, look. But because it's, it does look a bit better when it's on Ultra. We'd probably see it in the windows a lot more and whatever, but whatever it is, it's very cool still. Obviously I can't really run Ultra, it will just lag. But yeah, it's pretty decent. We're passing below 5,000 feet now. I think that's our airport there, look. Just check there isn't another airport. Nope, there is not another airport, so it will be that one. So we'll turn a little bit to the right now, and we should see our airport. There you go, there's the runway, look. So I just basically want to turn, so I'm bang on runway heading almost, so 330 on the heading, I think, and that'll put us pretty much in a straight line course. Actually, no, 325 is fine. That'll put us in quite a nice straight line course then, for a final approach. About 323, go on. Set that. How about 320? There we go, I think that's better, and now we can just head straight ahead. Now, I'm not quite at the cloud yet, but I think we will be very soon, in fact. In fact, there was a bit of lag then. Whoa, yeah, a bit of lag. I think we're getting close to dropping out of the clouds. Obviously, when it stutters, it's because it's loading in all the terrain below the clouds. It's why, unlike other flight sims, this game functions very well in clouds. Is most sims lag like crazy when you're in clouds. This game, I've had no problems. The clouds are honestly, they're expert. You know, as bad as this game is in terms of its airliners as default and its little features, the actual scenery and the weather and the physics is all so well done. I don't know, maybe not the physics on the airliners, but on, again, the small planes, the level of quality for the small planes is so much better than the airliners. You know, it's kind of crazy. Now, I haven't got the runway in sight, but we're going to say that, otherwise sometimes they give you dual approach clearances and the game gets a bit confusing. In case ATC didn't notice, I'm already at that heading.
Turn right heading 320. Dare Golf Sierra Alpha.
And we haven't got an ATC here actually, so what we want to do, I just like to announce on final and then just leave it at that. Now, I haven't actually broken out the cloud yet. We'll set it to 1,000 foot per minute. We're still 7 minutes away, 7 miles away, I mean. But yeah, it looks like the cloud here is a lot lower than it was. I'm going to set it to 1,000 feet above the airport, and hopefully we'll be able to see it a bit more. We're going to set a heading of 315 now. But I'm getting lower and lower, and you know we're only a minute and a half out now, 5 miles, and I don't see anything. However, look at that! It is so amazing. It's actually crazy. Honestly, what is this game? Right? You know, is it real life? Because I'm confused. It feels like I'm in real life right now, but I'm not. It's real confusing. It's mad. And that's our airport. Look over there. I think. No. Actually, where is our airport? Actually, we're only 3 miles away. Right. Press Z to power down. Also, this GPS is a massive help on this plane. Right. Flaps, landing gear. And we'll just let the speed bleed off a little bit. And the airport should be right ahead of us. Is this just me? I don't see it anywhere. It's in the middle of the city, this airfield. It's called Alhorn. I'm guessing that's a little town or something in Germany. Is this a grass runway? I think this is a grass runway, you know.
70 at 15 knots.
This must be a grass runway, right? I mean, I don't see it anywhere. I see it on the GPS, but I don't see it in reality. Or maybe it's... Oh, no, man, I see it now. It's not lit up. That's why. For some reason, it's not lit up. Is this airport open, then? If it's not open, I'll get a 200 credit penalty. No, it's open for the next hour over in Germany right now. It is open. So, I don't exactly know. Yeah. It's here, it's just not lit up. I'm not sure if this airport is really suited to nighttime operations then, but, you know. Right, we'll go ahead and put back on the throttle now and let the speed bleed. Oh, whoa, no!
Echo Delta Hotel
Rip.
Alpha, Ahorn.
Rip! I did not notice that. I did not notice we were so close to the ground. Yeah, it really said that was a pretty horrible landing. Sorry. I did not know we were that close to the ground because, like, even now, it's almost impossible to see this runway. I'm not really sure how this is safe, to be honest. I don't think this would be allowed in real life, but, you know. I mean, apparently the airport's open for the next hour in real life, but I don't think that's true. Right, turn off all our lights. Track the flaps. And, yeah, I mean, literally, without lights, look at this. I mean, even with lights, it was difficult, but I can't really believe this. It's, pretty ridiculous. I don't actually see any taxiways, so are there any on here? No, there's no taxiways on here either, so I guess we're just going to pull off to the left and just park on the grass because, well, it's a little airfield.
Echo Delta Hotel Alpha, traffic Dair Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha is clear of the runway.
Okay, we're now clear of the runway, perfect. I can't really see anything at night, can I? But yeah. Low idle on the power, and off go the pitot heats, and off goes the auxiliary boost pump, and we can cut the power.
End of flight. Registered in OnAir company.
And off goes fuel selector and the autopilot trim. All the stuff can come off as well. There we go. I lost a little bit of a. Actually, I didn't. I thought I'd lose some damage for the hard landing. I lost a bit of reputation, but nothing else. I also got a bonus for the bad weather conditions, so that's kind of nice. Got a bit of an XP bonus, so that's nice. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys really, really enjoyed this flight today. Well, both flights, two of them, obviously. Both of them 14 minutes apiece. Pretty good, really. I mean, look at that. It's so dark. And then I'll turn on all the lights, actually, so you guys can actually see the plane from the outside. Nope, still can't see it from the outside. Right, forget that. And, whoa, look at that. I turn off the lights, and we're left in blackness. Total blackness. I don't think that M is meant to illuminate like that, but, you know. But there we go. Yeah, it's totally pitch black, isn't it? Totally pitch black. Right, well, there we go. Well, I guess let's give you a little view of Arlhorn, I guess, since it's kind of like where we are right now. Look at that. Look at it. Wish the camera moved up a little bit quicker. What if I press shift? Does that make it quicker? Don't think that makes any difference. What about control? No, but look at that. There we go. I hope you guys. I'm taking a screenshot of that. I don't know about you guys. Look at it. It's so good. And this is on high. Let me remind you, it goes to ultra. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys did really enjoy today's stream. The next one will be on Friday afternoon, and then there'll be another one possibly on Sunday morning. Depends. But I hope you guys did really enjoy today's stream, and I will see you in the next one. But until then, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and bye-bye!